Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Thursday, April 22nd at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I am so ready to get my coloring on. This is live coloring. Hi, Maddie. Yeah, I was signed on for a second and then I had to pop out and come back in again. Oh, good to see everybody. Hello, Stephanie. I have got a lot to show you guys tonight. Hi, Rhonda. Melissa. Good to see everybody. Yeah, that duet last night was so much fun. All right, let's get everybody pouring in here. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. And we can tell what kind of mood that ILene is in. Welcome to everybody that pops into the room. Welcome to the people that pop into the balcony and watch, our observers. The observation deck, the balcony. I don't know, I still have to figure out a good term for that. Love seeing everybody come in. Okay. So let me start with this. So I got this book in the other day. I purchased it. Victorian Variety Grayscale adult coloring book. And it's got a really neat feature on it that I want to show you. This is by Renee Davenport. And this is also available by download. Our silent stalkers. Nah, I don't think we'll go there, Julie. But thank you. Get me in trouble. Melissa. And by the way, I want to thank you guys who are checking those links for me in our affiliate. I'm pretty good, but I'm not perfect. Oh, Melba. Hi, sweetie. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to have a new contest coming up soon. Melba got me her drawing. We're going to have lots of fun with it. There's going to be a big prize. Okay, a couple of announcements. Daniel, our interaction with him has been postponed, as you've read. Jillian said they're still, from Jolt Book, is still getting the artwork put together for the cover, so we didn't want to jump the gun. We could have done a PDF, but I don't want to do that. Sound check, by the way. So we're going to wait until the cover's done, and we're also going to wait until Amazon gets the book listed and live, because I would have hated to show you the PDF, which would be available to you. Thank you, Melba. But we want to do not just the PDF, we want to do the or not the grayscale, but the book as well. Okay. So that's the first announcement. I think that's the only thing that I have right now. All right. So this is by Renee Davenport. Yes, you hear crickets. Don't they sound cool? And by the way, I saw the first sign of summer. I saw my first garage sale sign. Oh, it's summer. Gonna be quick. Now, you guys know that I bring in books for educational reasons, because I think they'll make great teachings, you know, and I like them as well. Hold on, I just got to get lined up a little bit here. And there's something neat about this particular book that I want to show you. Oh, snowing, yes. I love garage sales too, they're fun. Hey, I've heard of people scoring colored pencils. Okay, so take a peek at this book. Now, you know that I like Victorian stuff and Oriental, but here's what I want to show you about the book. Each page has a second page on it that has a little bit different format than just the grayscale. Everybody see that? And to me, among other media, that screams gouache paint. I think that would be absolutely gorgeous to do, but it would be also gorgeous in colored pencil. So I want you to look closely. See that? There's a really good example. Let me flip back and forth between those two pages. So there's that grayscale, and then the more line art-ish. Oh, you got this today, Rhonda, this particular book? So I'm going to be teaching on how to do both styles. I think they're beautiful. It's it's kind of like a woodcut. Isn't that pretty? I have a book of woodcut designs. You know what, guys? Hold on a second. Oh, the gouache paints. Okay. Would you guys greet people as they come in? I'll be right back. gosh, Brooke, welcome back. I haven't seen you for ages. Good grief. Good to see ya. Okay, here's a book called Woodcut Designs by Creative Haven. Look at that. And see, I've colored on that. I've been doing these butterflies for like ages, but the coloring is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So that's what this reminds me of. It's like a woodcut image. I couldn't place my finger on it, and that's what it is. And I've shown you this book. Okay. So that's that book. But I want to show you these images because they're absolutely gorgeous. So we've got the grayscale, and then the kind of woodcut image. Totally different look. I love it. And they put these pages side by side so you can see them. Oh, look at the little puppies. So that's really going to be interesting to color these effects. And the really neat thing about this particular book, the subject matters are fantastic. I mean, look, we've got fruits. The variety is fantastic. A lot of Victorian books will be like All Women, for example. Zoom out. And for those of you that love to do things with floral arrangements, florals are very popular. Oh, look at the kittens. So you get the general idea. So I definitely will be doing pieces out of this so you can see. I'll do a tutorial on it and you can see how to color it. Love this. Just love it. And look at the difference now between the two. See that? Here's the floral. I'll be showing the cover again in a moment, Sarah. Oh, look at that. So for those of you that are horse fans, and look at the difference. I'm going to zoom in on this because I want you to see this. Look at that. So there's the second page of this. And then there's the first. It's in the affiliate list, Sarah, also. See that? Look at the grapes. Now, do I get good stuff or do I get good stuff for you guys? Yeah, this is screaming gouache paint to me. This format here. Look at the birds. Oh, the glitter. Yep, 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 yep. My apologies, Sarah. It slipped my mind. Let me take a quick look on it. I'm going to do that right now. I am so sorry. Give me 2 seconds and I'll look it up here. Oh, let me see here. And give me a minute, guys, because I promised to look up this glitter and I forgot to do it. And so I need to do it like right now. So I'm checking my previous orders. Okay, here's what I ordered. It's the Bright Creations Glitter Slime Supplies Glitter Glue. Unfortunately, it does say currently unavailable. Just take a screenshot. And I decided to go with this different brand only because the Ranger was so expensive. Okay? So that's the glitter. And do me a favor, guys, if you want me to look something up or find something, please send me a text message. All right. You're welcome, Sarah. Again, my apologies for missing that. When I'm done with the broadcast, I'm up all hours uploading it to YouTube and doing stuff and working on the affiliate list, so that one slipped through. Okay, so here we go. And then the other glitter that I bought was by Basic, B-A-Z-I-C. And what I did is I bought a large amount of gold, silver, and then the iridescent, because I use a lot of that. And this came in a pack of 3. So that's the Basic, B-A-Z-I-C brand. So I've got lots of that on hand too. Okay, I have got a lot to show you tonight. So here we go with the florals. And again, look at the difference between these two style pages. Isn't that neat? Look at that. And this is the cover of the book with this same image. And again, here's another image that you can really see the difference. Sarah, any glitter glue, go to Amazon and just look for variety packs of glitter glue. Hi, Katie. And this one shows you the profound difference between the two pages. All right. Oh, little puppy. Puppy dog. Beautiful, beautiful images. And look, I even got you. I got you 12 surprise coloring pages. Don't you love me for it? This will be an interesting piece. You can do that in tiger colors, blend it out to the whitish hair, and then down to the outfit, the metallics on this. So it is pretty cool. Oh, look at that. That's neat. I'm going to turn this one just so we can make a little more sense out of this. It's a lamb. That's what it is. Took me a second. There we go. Oh, it is silly, and that's what makes it fun. Oh, look at that. This is one of my favorites. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I'll need to do that one out of the book, I think. Oh, look at the expression. Is this a TSC, Too Stinking Cute? And you know what you do if you're not sure about colors? What do I tell you? Look it up at Google. So this whole series is out of the joyfulcoloringbooks.com. And this is by Renee Davenport. And the paper is, it's thinner paper. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would say probably about a 5, maybe. You know, some of these are like really, really thin. This is slightly thicker than ridiculously thin. So there's the cover, Victorian Variety Grayscale, adult coloring book by Renee Davenport. And that was gifted to our group by me. Let's see. 4/22/21 from Eileen. All right. Lots of fun. Okay. So let me pull these. So I'm doing a little bit of work. I wanted to show you this. I'm going to be doing a little more work on this one. This is from our Native American book too. Love that book. That was from Ronnie Carter. So I was playing around with that last night, and this should look familiar to you because I did the Northern Skies. I've got to tilt that a little bit so you don't get shine. There you go. I did that one back in February, and I showed you how to do that. This is a book that's just nothing but skies. There we go. Got it. So I'm going to be adding the stars on here as well. And I'll be playing around with this probably this evening. We'll see. I've just got a ton of stuff to show you. I got so much to show you, I don't know where to start. All right, we'll get back to those. We will. All right, so I pulled several images here. Thank you, Christine. But wait, there's more. There's always more. So I'm going to show you a new technique tonight. Hopefully you like it. Some of you will, some of you won't. That's all right. So you can take, to do this, you can take either your metallic paint pens or you can take your glitter pens. Oh, and by the way, and I'll be making a post about this, I have a huge favor to ask you guys. Now, you know that it takes a little effort to support this group. So the favor that I'm asking you is I need you to go to your Amazon purchases and I need you to start filling in the reviews for the things that you've purchased related to this group. And when you do that review, I am specifically asking you to say this was covered in Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick on Facebook or in her Facebook group. I found out when I did a review, I added the information about, you know, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick on Facebook in that review. I said I used it for teaching whatever the item was that I was reviewing, and they approved the review. So the idea is that when somebody reads the review, they will look up Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Now, if you've already done a review, you can edit it and add that. But please do it in such a way that it doesn't necessarily look like you're promoting the group per se, Make it look like casual conversation. And if enough people start reading those reviews, they'll pop in. Do not put live coloring with ILene Vick. That won't bring, you know, people to this group. It has to say teaching. You know, I became aware of this item through ILene Vick's Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick on Facebook. And what I would suggest also, and I know this sounds kind of anal, but when you type my name, zoom in. If you do capital I, zoom in. Zoom in. Capital I, capital L, E, N, E. Because if you do it this way, which is I, L, E, N, E, you see the difference how it looks? And that way it'll make it easier for people to find the group. So the trick is capitalize the L, and it makes more sense. Okay, this is not a vanity thing, it's just for clarification. So my specific favor is I need you guys to sit down some evening, not during don't miss the broadcast here. Go through and just do all your reviews and edit your reviews accordingly, please. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. All right. All right, let me get my watch on. It's slipping off my wrist. Okay, I am going to teach you a new technique. And you guys know that we hit, it's my understanding we hit 1,200 people. No, did we hit 1,200 people today? Or 2,000 was it? 2,000. We hit 2,000 people today. All right, so what you do is you grab a metallic pen or you grab a glitter pen. And the glitter pen is going to have to be dark enough that it'll work on these lines. But here's the technique that I want to show you. I need to decide which pen I want to use. Oh, I'm going to use both. I'm going to do that. So I've got the Ohuhu's acrylic paint pen. Now this technique, you're going to get different looks on it depending on the initial weight of the line. Zoom in. And what you want to do is you want to take your pen or metallic marker and you want to go over the line on your image. I've been wanting to show this for a while. And I want you to see this effect because it is pretty cool. And the thing that makes it work is that you want to make sure that you cover every single black line. So whether you use a metallic pen, which is what I'm using, or you use a glitter pen, this is going to look so cool. Da, da, da. Has anybody thought about doing something like this before? See, you just never know what you're going to see when you show up. I'd like to know what Melba thinks about this since she's really big on roses. What do you think, Melba? I'm intrigued. Hi, Eileen. This is from Splash of Color by Creative Expression. Zoom out. That's the book. Julie says she's done this before. Good. Thank you. I'm glad you like the lady in the fur. Now, on this particular picture here, I've got several routes I could go. which I'm debating as I'm showing this to you. Is you can do the entire piece all golds, or you can go ahead and start grabbing your different colors. I should probably do different colors. Melba says she can paint them faster than I can color them. Exactly. Okay, now I've got, this is the Zaire Metallic, and their gold is a little bit darker. Zoom in. Absolutely, you can use gel pens. I just happen to be using metallic markers tonight. Basically, any pen type that you can outline with would be great. So basically what you're doing is you're covering up the initial color of what you're coloring. And then you'll go back and color with whatever medium that you want to color with. So yeah, gel pens, guys, would be absolutely workable on this. Rhonda, could it be that you maybe are just pressing too hard with your markers? Honestly, you're the only person I've ever heard that's had that problem. I really haven't heard that that's been a brand problem. And I want to help solve it for you so you can use them. Yeah, if the marker's too big for the space, yeah. Yeah, Rhonda, there's something going on there. I don't know if you're just pressing too hard. Are you pre-spraying your page with the Krylon fixative? Okay. What you might also want to do is go to Google and put in the question, whatever brand marker you're using, and say, is that brand known for bleeding? But again, that's such a tough issue to address because it could be a bazillion things that are going on with it. Okay, so I missed a couple spots here. And what you also want to make sure is that you want to make sure all your black is covered up. So you really need to take your time with this. Can you guys hear Vicky snoring in the background? She's so funny. Oop. Rhonda, have you used markers before? Or is this the first time? Okay, Rhonda, you've never used markers before. Okay. So that could just be getting used to using them. Just give it time. Rhonda, I don't want you to be frustrated with this. You just got to remember not to use markers the same way that you use pencil. They take a very, very light touch to work. Okay. Zoom out. Rhonda, what brand are they? You would have the brush tip, and you would have the chisel on the other end. Zoom in. Okay, Stephanie, take a screenshot of this. It's the Workable Fixative, number 1306 by Krylon. That's what you want to use, sweetie. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this in different colors. I decided to do that. Because I want you to see how this is going to look. Now, there's something to be said, however, for doing flowers or roses all in one color, specifically the gold. And I could have done that, but I wanted to show you the idea. See, the Arteza and Ohuhu art markers are really great markers. And they've got a brush and a chisel, or a brush and a fine point, right? See, Rhonda, this is what I've got. So this has the brush point on one end. And it's got a fine point on the other. And I also believe they are available in brush and chisel. So you've seen me use them, and I've never ever had problem with them spreading. Okay, does the print rub off? Mine are. What do you mean, does the print rub off? You mean when you're using your markers? It depends on the quality of the paper that you use, and it depends on the quality of the paper that's in the coloring book. Sometimes the print can rub off. I did one coloring on Bohemian, excuse me, and the black started running badly, and I just incorporated that into the design. You guys remember when I did that? Oh, the print on the markers itself? I haven't had that happen so far. Is that happening on your markers? Zoom out. Okay, now on this one, no, I haven't had that problem. Where did you buy your markers, Steph? Okay, so now I'm going through with my metallic marker, and I'm going over the black. Remember, you could be doing this with gel pen as well. Zoom in. On Amazon. Okay, how long ago did you buy them, Stephanie? Here's what I'm getting at. You may have gotten a bad set of markers. They may be counterfeit. They may have been, when they were manufactured, something may have happened. Tuesday. Yeah, it's Vicky. Hi, Becky. Becky Minton. Welcome, Becky. Welcome, Becky. Welcome, Becky. All right, let me look something up. I think I have Let me see something here. Okay, Stephanie, here is the customer service address for Ohuhu. And whoever has Ohuhu markers, you may want to write this down. Take a screenshot. support@ohuhu.com. Yeah, she's just snoring away, Sandra. And if you're having problems with the markers, explain what's going on and tell them that the paint on the outside of the marker is rubbing off as well. That's where I would be concerned. It's not so much that they're bleeding outside of the paper, because they may not be able to troubleshoot that for you. But the fact that that paint's coming off like it is, that indicates to me that that's either a production problem or you may have gotten hold of counterfeit markers. Zoom out. Rita from Guatemala. All right, what do you guys think so far? So right now I'm just taking metallics and I'm outlining these roses. Now, any one color by itself across the whole page would look absolutely drop dead gorgeous. But I'm using different colors tonight so that you can see them. I'm going to do one more rose so you can get an idea. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me gusta mucho estar aquí. And if you want to use gel pen to do this, which would look absolutely fabulous, do it in gel pen. And if you had the patience for it, what cat are we talking about, Pearl? Oops. It's Vicky, my dog, that's snoring, if that's what you're talking about. She's making me laugh too. Zoom in. Oh man. That tells you what Vicky thinks about my broadcast tonight. I'm using Ohuhu acrylic paint markers. I do have cats. I have 3 cats, 1 dog. That's my dog that's snoring. I was at a garage sale and I saw a little miniature couch and I bought it for her, and that's what she sleeps on. You can hear your roommate snoring through the wall, Eileen. Oh no. Ooh, Maddie, is your sister okay? You said your hearing is bad lately. Your sister fell and you couldn't hear her? Oh no. Okay. What? Now, doing these on these roses like this, okay, so she's just sore. All right, nothing broken. All right. So let me finish this rose, and then I'm going to do one more thing with them. But wait, there's more. So what do you guys think so far? I'm using a different pink here now on the second rose, third rose, but second one in the colors of pink. But what I want you to imagine is doing this whole page in one color. And again, I'm doing it in different colors just to demonstrate this. Okay, they're the original markers. Okay, I would call customer or get in touch with customer support staff and tell them about the bleeding problem and also the fact that the name is rubbing off. It's not so much the bleeding problem that's concerning me, it's the name rubbing off like that. If they're relatively new and that name is rubbing off, that indicates a problem. The bleeding problem, they can't so much do anything about it. Because that could be a paper issue. Anybody have any questions about what I'm doing so far? And this is looking really neat. This is one of those things that I wish I could show you in person. Good night, Maddie. Okay. I mean, I could see this whole page done in these pinks. It's gorgeous. We don't seem to have Lila in here tonight. I'm wondering what the deal is here. Lila, if you're watching, come on in. Which also reminds me to say, please share this broadcast to your timeline, guys. Oh, beautiful. Okay, and then just pick up any areas where you missed. I mean, you just got to make sure that black is covered, otherwise it's going to look wonky. Zoom out. Oh, Rhonda, that's wonderful. Hi, friends of Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Friends of Rhonda. What do you guys think of this? Thumbs up, thumbs down? I'm using metallic paint on the edges here to cover up the black. You can use You can use gel pens, zoom in, but wait, there's more. So is that what you guys are going to put on my tombstone? But wait, there's more. All right. Now we're going to play. Whoops, not without a dull pencil. Anybody have any questions or comments about what I'm doing so far? You can use gel pen, you can use metallic marker pen. Zoom in. All right, now I'm going to come in with pencil. And for the moment, I'm starting with a gold, Guanghai 076 gold. And again, you know, like it or hate it, I'm showing you this technique. That's my job. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to darken my pencil just a little bit on the outside here. So I'm coming in initially, tinting it. And then I'm going to darken it. So do you guys see now that you are coloring a whole different image because we're covering up the black lines? And if you have pens or markers that cover it even thinner, have at it. I'm showing you the method. Whatever technique you use is up to you. I want you to launch off of this idea. But wait, there's more. Yeah, and you can do lighter on the outside of the petals, sure. And again, notice that when I first put my pencil color down, I'm tinting it. I've taught you that and taught you that and taught you that until I'm blue in the face. Do not come in with your heavy hand on it. Tint it first and then figure out your values later. Oh, okay, Steph. So what did you, when you emailed them, what did you tell them? Hi, Helen. How are you? I saw you sneaking in there. I forgot to suggest to Stephanie send them a picture of the ink coming off on the outside of the markers. Okay, perfect, Stephanie. Hello, Gabby. Welcome. Usaraldi. Gabby Usaraldi. Gabby, you still need to tell me whether I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I don't mean to butcher it. But regardless, welcome, Gabby. Good to see ya. Okay. So now I'm going to darken around the outside here. Using the same value, or using the same pencil. Yeah, Helen says she does darker where the line guides are and lighter at the tops of the petals. Yep. You can do that too. Just depends what kind of look you want. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a slightly darker gold yet. And what that's going to do is, because we have the gold here on the outside, that's really going to pick that up. Everybody see now how that's starting to pick it up? And you want to blend that in now. And notice too, guys, is, I'm make sure I'm in focus here. Is I'm bringing that darker down a little bit. And I'm blending that in. And what do I tell you guys? I don't want to see flat coloring. I've got my very light gold that I came in with. I darkened that a little bit, and now I'm coming in with a darker gold. And be sure that you always blend between your values. So my main thing that I'm telling you guys is get away from this flat coloring where you just flat color in an area and just shade a little bit. You want to be using your different colors. Yeah, I haven't seen Lila tonight. Now the author went ahead and, we've got these little shadow lines. That's where I put my metallic paint. So now I'm coming in with my other values around that. And a lot of times you'll see flowers tip down the outer edge with a darker color, which I think looks really cool. So it just depends how you want to do it. Whoops. All right. And the one thing you need to be careful of now is you don't want to run over your metallic lines with your pencil. But you certainly can shade around them if you want. Guys, please share this broadcast to your timeline. zoom out. Now I'm going to do one more thing to this, and then I'm going to move on to another sample here. I'm going to grab my white pencil. And remember, we're doing roses. And also remember on this that I could have done all the flowers in that gold outline metallic, because that would make zoom out. That would make this whole piece look absolutely gorgeous. But I'm doing the different colors because I want to show you the different colors with the different metallics. Okay, so now I'm going to take my white pencil I'm going to emphasize my lighter areas, and I'm going to color over just a little bit on my darker shades inside of my metallic lines. Don't touch your metallic lines with pencil, otherwise you defeat the purpose. And what that's going to do now is that's going to soften up this whole piece. Just make very, very sure that you don't hit your metallic with this. Does everybody see how floaty this is starting to look now? Floaty and soft. And that's exactly what I wanted. So the more that I'm putting this white on, the softer that this whole thing is looking. And again, don't get it on your metallic lines. Avoid that as much as possible. Beautiful. I mean, you can really see how soft and poofy this looks. And if you want to put a little more white on there, go ahead. Again, just don't touch your marker here. Can you imagine how that red and pink flower are going to look by doing this? There you go. Isn't that pretty? You're right, Rhonda. It looks very delicate. And I may come back to this and do, work on the red and the pink, so you guys can see that as well. I just wanted to show you the method. The method. Zoom in. Isn't that cool? And if you see a spot that looks a little rough, fix it. Zoom out. Okay, so I'm going to put this on hold for a little while because I want to show you something else with this. Any questions before I switch over? I think it looks really cool. All right. So this piece is from Vogue by Iain Webb. This is a coloring book that I got a while back. I did a walkthrough of it. Absolutely gorgeous illustrations here of the older style outfits. Really neat stuff. All right, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do a similar method on this. Let me grab something here. Bear with me, I'm just looking for one other marker here that I want to show you. Let's see where that went. Okay, I'm going to use a slightly different pen this time to do this. This particularly is called the Glaze. They're a glossy 3D color, and they are manufactured by who? Let's see here. Sakura, S-A-K-U-R-A. Zoom in. Zoom in. Now, we should be able to get away with this because this is a lighter line. Let me see what happens with this. Zoom in. Hey, Wanda. Now this is going to be a slightly different effect because you're still going to see the black line through here. But that's okay. So again, I'm going right over the line. Zoom out. Yeah, these are the Sakura glaze. Glaze. And the concept that I'm doing here is we are dimming and dulling out the lines that the author is putting in. And I hope that you can see this, but it's just really pretty on this black. It's just muting that black enough. And softening it. So I'm going to treat this part here like a little bow sash type thing. And the whole theme of this tutorial that I'm doing tonight is showing you how you can block out the lines that the author has put in and come up with your own colors. man, gorgeous. Yeah, Eileen, they are. Oops. But when they dry, they leave like a little elevated bump, like a little rubberized bump. All right, let me see if I can get that little smudge off. Yeah, they're three-dimensional, as Wanda's mentioned. Because right now when I'm running my finger over the top, I can feel it, like there's a surface on them. They dry elevated. Good night, Miss Pearl. I really hope you guys can see how beautifully this is coming out. Absolutely beautiful. And like I said, hi Ronnie. And like I said, by putting this over the black, it's giving it a whole different look. Let me grab a little water here. Zoom out. Zoom out. How sharp is that? Well, glad to hear that, Wanda. Okay, now notice I'm going very slowly with this pen because I want that elevation to occur. On that line. It's the Vogue coloring book. Ronnie, it's the Vogue coloring book. Now, when you're doing this, if there are certain areas that you want to color in, zoom in. Is just like this one area, I'm going to go ahead and completely color that in. And because of this pen that I'm using, that will be, it'll be elevated. I'll be able to feel it with my finger when it dries. Zoom out. Everybody see how that's working? I'm using the Sakura glaze pens. Okay. Now, the neat thing too, I'm hoping you can see this. Oh yeah, there you go. Everybody see that shine? So that's leaving a really, really neat shine. Okay, so let me continue with this. And be sure that you clean the tip of your pen off, since this is this gel pen that leaves that elevated. When it dries, you can feel it. Now you want to take your time with this pen because you want it to flow out very slowly and thickly. And if you want to now, just like with your colored pencil, zoom in. You can go ahead and add additional lines of your own. To enhance that drawing. I don't know, Wanda. We were all wondering where Lila was tonight. I know that on one or two of the nights her husband has to use the computer. I'm not sure what nights that is. Zoom out. Oh man, look at that, guys. And I'm going to take the liberty of extending this shoe just a little bit. And just completing that. There we go. And be sure, if you ever draw anything in like that, that you match your line weight. We've talked about that before. Okay, anybody? Yes, they're the Jelly Roll Glaze pens. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very light zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. I'm going to take a very light mint green pencil, color, let's see something here. Will the pencil scratch off the glaze? Not if I'm careful. I'm coloring in between the glaze. Oh, Ronnie, sorry to hear that. I wonder why they're waiting so long for that test. So now when you color in, you want to be careful. Am I going for the taffeta material? What do you mean, Eileen? I'm sorry, sweetie, I'm not understanding. So I'm going to use the same green inside the belt area. Oh, it's iridescent when I move it. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it is with these jelly rolls. And it's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so I'm coming in with a very light green here. And I want a very soft look on this. And as I'm coloring this, I'm not rotating my pencil because I don't want the green to come in a sharp way. It's just got to be very soft. And you'll see what I have in mind in a moment when I get this color in. Zoom out. Hi, Amy. Oh, no sound right now. That's kind of weird. Zoom out. And guys, please share this to your timeline. Zoom in. Now, I'm not overly concerned right now about the smoothness of this pencil going down, if you're wondering why. I've left some of these streaks. Now, some of these little areas I'm going to fill in with my gel pen for the fold look. All right. Zoom out. And now I'm going to take a slightly darker green and I'm going to mute down this lighter green with it. Zoom in. And the way that I'm doing that is I'm going a little bit darker to the edges next to my blue. When you color, you has a face, you color that first, so you have somebody to talk to. Oh, that's funny, Melba. Now, I'm making it a point, of course, to avoid where I put down my glaze pen. But what I want you to start to see is we're starting to get a dimensional look with this. So speaking of faces, on this area in the front here, I'm going ahead and darkening my edges just a little bit more, just like what I would do for a face. And then bringing that color in. And remember, you don't want to see any blend lines. Yeah, if you mess up the face, it affects the entire piece. Yeah. But you can still recover it. So somebody needs to tell me why I'm using 2 and 3 colors on this. I don't ever want to hear anybody about trashing a piece. All pieces go through their ugly phase. Finish it and work it from there. Depth, dimension. That's right. Exactly, guys. And what I want you to see as I'm doing this, see this little area right here? So the outside edges are going to be darker. And as I do that, you'll see this thing just start coming to life. Can anybody guess what my next step is going to be on this? All right, zoom in, zoom in. So see this area right here that I'm working on? We'll go a little bit darker at the edges. And then very lightly blend that in. Stickles. Exactly. There you go, Ronnie. It's a process. Now, check out this green inside of the green here. I'm going to go ahead and use a little darker green in the center of that. So I'm filling that in a little bit more. Oh, pretty. And guys, be very, very careful that you don't get into a hurry with this. Take your time. You're curious about the blue and green combo? How so? Okay. Now remember that this green here that I'm putting on now is being used to tamper down this base green here. Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, sometime after midnight, Melba will have a new great-grandson. Woohoo! Yay, Melba. And here I thought you were announcing that you already had it. Okay. Hey, Melba, go ahead and create a folder in the Files section and show us grandson pictures. Okay, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Okay. But wait, there's more. Okay, Wanda, so what was your question about the blue and the green for the fabric? You have 10 grandchildren and 8 great-grands. Wow. Okay, now, this is where I'm going to use the white to blend in now the colors and to get that fabric look. Excuse my arm. And the trick to doing this is making sure that when you blend this in, you concentrate in the center. So you want to hit your outskirts, but then concentrate in the center. So hit your edges a little bit. But give your like sections a little more emphasis. Extra money for art supplies. Woo-hoo-hoo. Sounds like a plan to me. Zoom in. Okay, does everybody see right here where I'm concentrating on the white, which is in the center, and that's giving me that nice fold look? So hit your outer edges just to get that initial softness, and then concentrate in the centers. Everybody see how I'm doing that? zoom in. All right, so notice I went towards the outside to get my initial smoothness, and then I concentrated in the center for that white area. Questions or comments, guys? And this is where using your white pencil in streaks is going to make your fabric look really soft. See how I did that on this little corner piece? Right down the center here, and then off to the side. Now, don't get too carried away with your white. You just want to do it enough to soften the dress. So I'm softening the dress, and then I'm creating that center highlight spot. Anybody have any question about that? Remember, white is a color as well, and it goes on just like your other colors do. And sometimes people, I know that sounds pretty basic, but people forget that. So I want you to really watch what I'm going to do in this next section, because this is going to really I think it's going to pull it together for everybody. Watch this, guys. Good night, Miss Rhonda. All right, so do you see how we have this really big expanse of dress? And pull out just a little bit. What I want you to watch is how I'm coloring that. So see, I've already done I'll go and do my edges. Just smooth that out, okay? But what I really want you to watch here is how I bring in the white streaks with my white pencil. And I've got some very subtle folds in this dress. It's important that you understand that. And you can see them appearing in front of your eyes. It's a very, very subtle process, but it's happening. Everybody see that? And what you should be seeing right now is a dress that looks like it's got these folds in it. Questions, comments? I hope you're seeing this. And notice how I'm curving that line. I mean, I can see this right on camera, right there and there. Zoom out. Does everybody see how these folds are coming up very elegantly? And if you still want to enhance those a little bit more, in between your white streaks now, you can come in with your darker green. So keep in mind that there was not one fold in that dress in this whole area. And the more I go over this with repeated strokes, the more that you're going to see those lovely folds in the dress come up. Everybody see that? Yes, no, maybe, don't care? And the trick to this, guys, is because I put that white in the center. Now when I come back with my darker green, not my first green, but my darker green, I can come in and emphasize now those lines. Everybody see that? And this is where you want to go through and add this. And don't forget the top part of your dress now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you go ahead and make your folds into a dress. So I went ahead and I covered the lines with my blue, put in the base color of my dress, and then went in and put my lines in for the folds. There you go. Okay guys, I'm calling it a night. Have a good rest of the evening. Hope you learned something. Let me try and get that in focus. There we go. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I hope you had a good evening, and I hope you had fun with what I've been showing you. Take care. Joyous, joyous coloring, guys. So glad you could make it. All right, take care. Bye.